Hello everybody, my name is Miguel. Welcome back to Lucid9. So, some shit went down. We talked to Natsuki, tried to get some information from her because she knew some shit. It freaked me out because she knew that I was in a Ferris wheel at an amusement park with Rui. She knew that I was watching a robot battle, and she knew a lot of shit about us, and that freaked my character out, Yama. I think that was his name. Yeah, it said it was whatever. Yeah, so a lot of shit's going on. Now, I'm just recording this right after that last episode, so I think this might be the last episode that I record of this session, even though it's been 2 videos. Anyway, let's move on. I dream of pools of sludge and laughing bones and the shards of glass splitting across the edge of my skin. I'm gonna put my timer. Okay. I forgot to put my timer. I awake in a cold sweat with my heart thumping against my ribs. For a moment, I could only lie there breathlessly, struggling to recollect my thoughts. It's over. You'll never have to do stupid, dangerous things again. You no longer have to do anything with those crimes. Unless, of course, it's by my own volition. I throw on my uniform and head to the kitchen, selecting some simple fruit for breakfast as I scroll through my phone. Check if I got that email. If I got a reply from the email. Looks like I have another email from the mysterious Crimson Crusade. I see. Life as a troll sounds quite difficult. I too would be upset if I was forbidden from forecasting the weather. How do you feel about this development? The plain, honest words are a soothing balm in the midst of all the deception I've undergone. I compose a valid response. I don't know. This was the first time I actually felt like I was good at something useful. Now that it's gone, I have nothing. If I had another chance, I'd take it eagerly, but I doubt I'll get one. Send. I send the message as I finish up breakfast, waiting for a response this time, though I'm only greeted with silence. Maybe I was too philosophical. Maybe I was too serious. Maybe they won't respond again. No. Not that it's my problem. When it's clear that the reply won't come anytime soon, I grab my backpack and head to school. Despite the beautiful weather, the atmosphere is stifling. The entrance, usually occupied by students before class, is desolate. Curious, I head to the courtyard. It's almost just as empty. Only a handful of students are scattered around the corners, whispering frantically beneath their breaths. I notice a solemn Yahiko on the nearby bench, speaking with an equally solemn boy. It's such an unusual sight that I creep closer, trying to get a hint of their conversation. Would take it so hard. How's he been? Hanging in there, I guess. He said that he wasn't coming today. Why not? Didn't say. He's been spending a lot of time in his dorm, though. He won't respond to me. And he just talked with Eri. Eri? Why would that matter? Come to think of it, Eri has always been surrounded by rumors, even before people accused her of being the source of for disappearances. If I remember correctly, it wasn't that she caused the disappearances herself. Rather, she supposedly emitted this aura of bad luck that indirectly led to their misfortunes. Pointing fingers is usually not necessary, but this is getting weird. She talks to Midori, and Midori freaks out, then disappears. Then it's Toma, who freaks out and also disappears. Even Akane. And Shoji too? Yesterday she came up to him at lunch. He won't tell me what they talk about, but he's also acting differently. For now, just keep trying to talk with him. Whatever you do, don't leave him alone. Right. See you after class. For some reason I had trouble reading that for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, you hang in there too, okay? As always. The boy strides away. Yahiko slumps on the bench, dropping his hand over his eyes. It's so out of character that I have to pinch myself to make sure I'm not dreaming. When I decide that I'm fully awake and that serious Yahiko is actually a thing, I approach the bench. Hey. Yahiko immediately bolts upright, all signs of tension melting from his face as he dons his characteristic smile. Well, hello, my good minion. What brings you to this place? That's suspicious. Still, I prefer that he not know I was just eavesdropping on him. I play a lot. Do you know why the school's being So quiet? Do I know why the sky is blue? Well, the sky is blue because it's reflecting the ocean, but yeah. Do you? Do I? He seems back to normal. If this was his normal state, really is. Alright, I remember. Apparently the police dug up some body in the woods or something. It caused a big uproar. Why? Well, it was one of the disappearing students. You remember her, Akane Tsukino. That name definitely sounds familiar, and it's not just from the investigation. Her boyfriend's a wreck, the poor sap. Her boyfriend? Boyfriend? Akane, a disappearance, a boyfriend who was worried sick. She must be the girlfriend of the guy who I fought with the other day. Right. They were blaming Harry for her disappearance, and I stepped in and right in her boyfriend's face I told him he'd get over Akane in a week or two. Her body was found. Well, what was left of it? What was left of it? Hold on, something's beginning to make sense. The police officer, Officer Katsu was it, said that I was on a crime scene in that case. When was her body found? Don't tell me. Yesterday, or so the rumors go. Yesterday morning? Yeah, how'd you know? An immense wave of guilt washes over me. Akane Tsukino, dead. I vaguely remember the harsh words I've spewed at her boyfriend. Shoji, wasn't it? Shoji. No, Shoji. How could he be feeling now? You'll get over her in a week or two. I said that. I said that when I thought he was clingy and irrational and blaming Eri. But now she's dead. Brutally murdered in the depths of the Isumu forest without a single soul to mourn her passing. On the bright side, if there is one, I now understand far more than I used to. Why Officer Katsu was at the forest. Why he claimed it was a crime scene. Why Shigiri asked me to go look. Because a body had been found. An actual body. Hey, you okay, dude? Looks like Yahiko noticed my silence. I can only continue my line of inquiry at the very least. Maybe I can somehow help the investigation, even without Shigiri. Shoji's the name of her boyfriend, right? Yeah, do you know him? Yeah. How? At the most inconvenient moment, the warning bell tolls. Yahiko immediately grins. Whoops, guess that's the bell. I mustn't have my perfect reputation tainted with rumors of tardiness. He strides to our classroom, beckoning for me to follow, even stranger. It was a little strange. She gets much more strange. I apprehensively walk alongside him, wondering just how much I actually know about Yahiko Ikari. I used to believe that I knew everything about Yahiko. He seemed simple at a first glance, as readable as my books from 3rd grade. God damn it. I still remember how he looked, somehow pulling 3 bulky suitcases through the door with his skinny arms. He was smiling then, too. In fact, I rarely saw him without his smile. Need to close this. I'm getting text messages up the wahoo. Hello, roomie. Who was that? I had already unpacked and was currently lying in my bed, reading some novel or another on my phone to pass the time. I didn't even look up to issue my greeting. Yo. The name is Yahiko Ikari. From today and onward, I am your new overlord. This caught my attention. I hastily glanced up. The first thing I noticed was his hair. It was bright yellow for one thing. That made it pretty noticeable. It was also cut around his face in swaying layers that was like some kind of idol. Like he was some kind of idol. The next thing I noticed were her shoes. Most of the kids at the academy had nice shoes, of course, but his were on a different scale of nice. They were loafers, brown like usual, but they were also etched with unusual designs that glowed with the sheen of some expensive material. Later I found out that they were custom made from Italy. Not that I needed to know that to make my judgment. I returned to my book, bored. Womanizer. Rich kid, arrogant, neat freak at the very least. His type wouldn't be a terrible roommate, as long as I didn't have to talk to him. When I think about it now, it really shouldn't come as a surprise that his parents are higher-ups at Lemonsgate. His grades are nowhere good enough to get a scholarship, and yet he waltzes into this expensive, prestigious school wearing Italian loafers and probably scarves from Sweden. Not to mention that, as ignorant as he might be in anything of value, he's always up to date on the latest pop culture and technological releases. Hey, pay attention to me. Huh? What does that mean? So, you were paying attention? I expected him to explode in a fit of angry entitlement. Do you know who I am? Do you know who my father is? Do you know what I could do to you? But it did something completely unexpected. He dropped his luggage and immediately raced to my side, his eyes shining. Are you speaking another language? I've always wanted a multilingual minion. This is perfect. I amended my first impressions from arrogant to crazy. Regardless, this was a pretty good opportunity to have some fun. Ma'am. Can you, write that all down? You can't write. Does that mean yes or no? So wait, what? The bewilderment on his face was so genuine that I couldn't help but laugh. Of all the people I've met, this guy had to be the most gullible. My name's Yama. Oh, I understood that. Really? Yes, well, it's only to be expected. Someone as amazing as me can pick up languages in a snap. I see. Can you understand this? Yeah. What about this? Yeah. And this? I understand it. I understand it all. Wow, that's amazing. You know all 20 dialects of my language. He beamed with pride. Of course I do. I'm an Ikari. I see. So what planet are you from? Planet? Well, that was a sudden jump. Jupiter. Really? I didn't know people lived on Jupiter. Not people, Jarzites. Oh god. I paused for dramatic effect before reeling off anything that came to mind in that moment. We're all invincible from physical impact. We are humanoid, but our blood is blue. We abhor earthen insects, but have a strong affinity towards animals. Wait, let me take notes on this. I need to know how best to utilize a Jarzite minion. He eagerly dug through his luggage, tossing clothes, cosmetics, and lemon-skate tech here and there in the midst of his frantic search. I shook my head in disbelief. Did he actually believe that I was from another planet? Okay, I'm ready. Hit me with it. Write down the following phrase. Yeah. This is a joke. This is, funny. In our world, that means you're just messing around. Was he serious? That's what this is, a joke. I'm from Earth. No, silly, you're a Jarzite. I was joking, I'm not a Jarzite, I'm an actual human. What? Yes, he was serious. He was actually serious. Why did you tell me you were a Jarzite? This guy would pretty much believe anything, wouldn't he? Tired of providing explanations, I simply returned to my book, but Yahiko almost hit it out of my hands. What about your name? Was that a lie too? But your name, Yama. If you really want to check, our names are on the door. His face immediately turned blank. I sighed. You didn't see when you came in? There are two nameplates, Yahiko and Yama. That's... Well, my good minion, never fear. I hold nothing against you for concealing such vital information from me. I didn't conceal any. Now, if you may grant me silence, I must unpack. I sighed again and returned to my book, resigning to bear with this obnoxious roommate for the entire year. Wow. My opinion of him hasn't changed much since then. He's still egotistical, oblivious, and mildly insane, but he always means well, even in the oddest of ways. Despite my frequent criticism of him, his stupid actions actually cheered me up. Now that he seems to be struggling with something, I want to repay the favor. Strangely enough, Yahiko doesn't give me a single glance all throughout class. In fact, he's completely silent, speaking only when the teacher calls on him, and his answers are correct. It's enough to startle the entire class. On any other day, they'd probably gossip about it. Today, though, there's obviously more important things to discuss, like the murders. Classes proceed as usual, but no one seems to be paying attention. Even the teachers are out of it. Lectures are barely coherent. When lunch break arrives, I'm ready to speak with Yahiko, but a sudden, cold voice interrupts me. Hey, you! I turn around apathetically. A stocky boy is standing before me, fists clenched. Oh, wasn't this the guy who was talking with Yahiko this morning? And you are? Haru Bunya. Never heard of you. I try to walk past him, but he refuses to move. I'm a friend of Shoji. I stop cold at that. I was there when you said those words to him. What do you want me to do, apologize? That'd be a good place to start, yeah? Guilt and anger intertwine in the pit of my stomach. We didn't know she was dead then. You mocked him for worrying while she was being murdered. Have you seen the average high school relay? Have you seen them? How can you be their judge without knowing anything about them? Is that an excuse to pick on Rui or Eri? What about spreading fake rumors? Look, you're not the only one at fault, but would you be saying the same thing if you found that the girl you loved was murdered in cold blood? The words hit harder because, yes, indeed, I thought of them myself. I'm sorry. Don't say that to me. Without warning, he grabs my school tablet straight out of my hands. I'm too stunned to even stop him. He then taps something on the notes section. 10 digits, bold and clean, cut on the screen. A phone number. Say that to him. He hands me back my tablet before striding out of the classroom, leaving me shaken. I immediately head to the rooftop to get some fresh air. Horror's words echo and re-echo in my skull with every step. Your fault. She's dead. This seems like a good place to end it. These 2 episodes went by pretty short because I'm running out of time, so because I gotta go places. But I promise the next episodes will be at their regular 18 to 20 minute limit. So yeah, or 20 minutes, I don't know, but whatever. So we'll pick this up in the next video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, give this video a thumbs up. It'll help me out a lot, and I would really appreciate it. Share this video with friends. Until next time, see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone.